Aloha, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Master Paul. I'm very pleased to be connecting with you today. It is the 10th day of January in the year 2019. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity to share with you today some information about the chakra system of the human body. There is a lot that people think they do know, but it's an extraordinary amount that most people are not aware of. And so I'll share with you some insights today about that. And these insights will be shared by a spiritual father. My teacher and spiritual father, Master Sha, has literally written books on this. And to say that he knows it inside out is an understatement. So I'll be sharing with you some of those wisdoms today. And part of the reason why I'll be sharing this today is because I am teaching a course starting the 20th of this month, in 10 days from now. And it's called the Open Spiritual Channels course. And there are aspects of that course will include, of course, the chakras. There will, of course, be other spiritual aspects such as the third eye and the Kundalini, the other major energy centers that we'll be talking about at some point between here and the 20th. I'll be doing a few more live streams to kind of wake people up to the value, power, and significance of opening your spiritual channels. But for those that are interested in a condensed course, not a weekend one-off, but let's get into the nitty-gritty and learn the practices and really open my channels kind of a course, then I suggest that you click on the link above where you see my posting for today. And that's one of the reasons why I'm talking about this subject matter today. So thank you for joining. Thank you for your presence. I look forward to serving you as always. So this week has been full of very, very busy things. And I'm very grateful for my open spiritual channels. They have allowed me to be attuned. It's amazing what happens when you are tuned in. You get guidance and you receive insights, you receive heads up. What's a heads up? That's you might not want to go there because you won't get what you think is going to happen. And so you save yourself time when you hear that kind of information. Or you might get it's time to call da-da-da-da-da. Maybe you've been trying to call them for a week and you get a little insight. Now is the best time to call. Sure enough, you call and they're there. So there's a great deal of value that can occur when our channels are open. And the chakra system actually has a lot to do with opening your spiritual channels. There is a significant amount of information for each one of the individual chakras. And I'll talk to you more about that as we go. So that's what you can expect today. I hope you're able to stick around. If you're one of those that have just stumbled across this live stream in one of your groups, my live streams typically go 1 hour. They're filled with great wisdom, always some practices, and sometimes some blessings as well. If you have to run but you are interested in this, then I suggest that you click on the link where I posted the title of this show, and learn more about the Open Spiritual Channels program. And then also you can come back to this video, because after this live stream it becomes a video on Facebook. So that would be my suggestions for you. I've got my 5-element tea today, helpful for balancing the 5 elements. So let's check in and see who's joined us so far today. Okay, welcome Kristen Rojas, aloha Jennifer, welcome Sonia, welcome Catherine O'Shea, aloha Vicky, aloha and welcome Lana Barakat, welcome Francesca, welcome Kristen Strachan. Thank you all for your presence. Welcome Rosetta, aloha also to Robert Baldwin, welcome Dan, welcome Franjal, aloha Laila, thank you all for your presence. Welcome Rita, blessings, thank you. And welcome also to Sandra Pritchard, welcome Joy. And let's see, welcome Phyllis, I think Priska, welcome Priska. I think I've connected with everybody so far. We'll see. Please share, please click the share button, let other people know about this live stream. There's actually the subject matter of chakras is always intriguing to people, especially those that are just awakening to their spiritual journey. A lot of people that are just awakening to their spiritual journey, they know what a chakra is, but they don't really know much more than the basic surface information. It's kind of like knowing what a newspaper is but not knowing how it operates, you know, knowing what a computer is but not knowing the underlying functionality of it. And there's a big difference when you know the underlying functionality of your chakras and chakra system. And so for those that tune in and go, yeah, I know all that, I would suggest that you set aside your ego a moment and tune in. You might be very surprised. And I'm not talking to all you that are present, I'm talking to all those that might be tripping through here wondering if they want to stick around for a while. I was one of those that had the ego, said yeah, I know all that. That's why I can speak this way, because I had that big ego. Of course I still have ego, but hopefully it's not as big as it used to be. And boy was I surprised when I actually found a real teacher, a teacher that actually revealed tremendous wisdom. I guess I should stop shaking my keyboard since it makes my monitor shake. So let's check in, let's see who else is here. Okay, welcome also to Janice Crest. Welcome Shelley. All right, thank you all for joining. So let us connect while Facebook is gathering a few more people. As always, we do this, we connect heart to heart, soul to soul by using the song of love, peace, and harmony. And you can either keep your hand in a prayer position if you like, or nothing, or drop your hand, the left hand, in front of the heart center. This is called a hand mudra. The right hand remains pointed towards heaven, connecting heaven into our heart center. Close your eyes. I will invite in all the beings of light, and we'll connect to all the great wisdom that will come through today. Dear our beloved divine creator, all layers of the divine Tao source, all the committees in heaven serving the plan of the light side, all the beings of light serving the plan of the light side, including the angels and the healing angels, the masters and ascended masters, the gurus, lamas, sifu, saints, buddhas, and bodhisattvas, all of those known and unknown in all time, including our beloved Jesus and Mother Mary, including beloved Buddha, Amitofu, Kuan Yin, Shakyamuni Fo, Happy Buddha, Medicine Buddha, including the other cultures like Ganesha, Krishna, Vishnu, Mohammed, and more beings of light serving the plan of the light side. We love you all, honor you all, deeply respect you all. Personally, I bow my head to you all with the deepest gratitude for your unconditional service to humanity. We ask most humbly for your presence today to assist with this wisdom, teachings, and blessings on the nature, power, and significance of the 7 chakras, or what is loosely called the chakra system. We thank you for any wisdom, insights, guidance you can offer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dear the soul of the song of love, peace, and harmony, transmitted to all souls in all universes, we love you, we honor you, respect you. We invite you to please come at this time, and as we chant, sing the song of love, peace, and harmony, please connect heart to heart, soul to soul, and prepare us for this wisdom. For those that are new, unfamiliar, this is a mantra, this is a blessing. Close your eyes, receive the blessing. If you wish to join, you're welcome to sing along with me as we set the energy field. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. 我爱我心儿灵，我爱自然泪，让灵容而不是生，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is a Mandarin Chinese word that means perfect, get well. And we say thank you 3 times. The first, thank you to our beloved Creator. The second, thank you to all the beings of light who have come today to offer their service. Third, thank you to our own soul. Welcome also to Tom. Welcome Christina. Welcome Patricia Johnson. And welcome also Penelope. Thank you for your presence. If I missed your name in welcoming you, welcome. Sausen, welcome. So today we're going to be focusing on the nature, power, and significance of the 7 chakras. And one of the reasons why I've chosen this subject matter is because I do have a course coming up January 20th. It's called Open Your Spiritual Channels. And some of the subject matter that will be touched in that is on the chakra system, because it is quite relevant to opening your spiritual channels. What is an open spiritual channel? Well, for example, the third eye is a channel through which spirit communicates. The big dilemma is those that have their third eye open do not always know what they're looking at and are not able to comprehend the messages that come with the vision. There's also other ways to communicate with heaven and receive messages. Communication does go both ways, but unfortunately the vast majority of humanity is only able to receive communication one way, which is asking and not getting an answer. Those who attend the Open Spiritual Channels course will have an opportunity to awaken their channels and start the two-way communication process. So I encourage you to learn more about that. You can check the link where I posted at the origination of this live stream, and then Kristen also posts links. Today we're focusing on the chakra system because that is something that people think they know a lot about, but in many cases don't. And I was one of those people. I thought I understood quite a bit about it until I came across the wisdom and teachings of Dr. and Master Sha. And he has written literally 24 books, 11 New York Times bestsellers, 4 #1 New York Times bestsellers. And as a result, the depth of the spiritual wisdom held within these books is beyond extraordinary. You can read them once and only get about 10%. Read them twice, get another 20 or 30%. The ability to absorb that kind of depth of wisdom is actually one of those things where you do need a teacher. So even though I read the books, having attended multiple courses and classes for opening the spiritual channels, and now having taught it multiple times, I can share with you there's always new aha moments and deeper wisdom that can be learned. Welcome Patricia, aloha Samuel, welcome to everyone else. So let's go ahead and embark on that journey, shall we? One of the first things that my teacher Master Sha heard when because he has direct communication with heaven, one of the reasons his books are New York Times bestsellers is because he did not write them, he flowed them. What's the difference between writing and flowing? Well, writing is using your brain, flowing is allowing heaven to borrow your mouth. And so he flowed the books. He basically is a channel through which heaven delivers its information to humanity. I'm not saying you have to understand it or even believe it. Just pick up one of his books and see if the words and the information resonates with you. That's probably the best way to do it. And you can pick up any book. The ones that I'm going to be working out of today is called Tao Song Tao Dance. And this is Master Sha, for those of you that aren't familiar with him. What a beautiful soul, huh? What a nice smile. Tao Song Tao Dance is kind of deceptive in the sound. It's like, Tao Song and Tao Dance? How does that have anything to do with chakras or anything like that? Well, the wisdom is that happiness can bring a lot of healing to you. And so he teaches his wisdom, but he also gives you mantras to chant that help clear the blockages, the soul, heart, mind, body blockages that get blocked between the energy and the matter of the human vessel. And so there is if you get the hardcover version of it, you'll actually get a CD, DVD in the back of the book that teaches you the mantras as well, and the tunes and whatnot. But anyway, this is a process through which we can clear the blockages. So in the Eastern cultures, especially those of India and the Arabic cultures, they use the word chakra, and that is the term that most people are familiar with. However, when Master Sha was communicating with heaven and downing this wisdom over the last 20 years, they always referred to them as soul houses. Rita, that's the name of the book. Tao Song Tao dance, T-A-O, Tao song, Tao dance. And so heaven kept telling him, these are not, they're known as chakras, yes, but we will refer to them as soul houses. So the question becomes, why are they called soul houses instead of chakras? And the way he's received the wisdom. And the answer that he was taught is that the soul is in a constant process of evolution, not the human being, like going from caveman to where we're at now. No, the soul is in a constant process of evolution. The soul goes through higher and higher layers of awakening and becoming a light being until they reach full enlightenment, which is when they're completely a pure light being. What inhibits us from becoming a pure light being, of course, is many things, but the vast majority of it is our processes, our thoughts, our words, our actions that are not in alignment with the highest love, which is also the highest light. So when we have thoughts, words, and actions that are not in alignment, then of course we cannot be a pure light vessel, like our beloved Jesus or our beloved Buddha or Kuan Yin or Krishnas or any of the great beings of light who have preceded us. They have pure thought, pure wisdom, pure vessels of light, and it took him quite a while to get there. So a soul house, which other people might know as a chakra, is a representation of the soul's process in its elevation through its awakening. So Master Sha asked heaven, he said, okay, so where does the soul sit when one reaches enlightenment? And heaven said, well, it's kind of more of a lengthy answer, Master Sha. There are different layers of enlightenment. The first layer is called soul enlightenment. Then there is mind enlightenment, and then there is body enlightenment. That's a whole nother live stream. So sticking with soul enlightenment, he was told that the soul becomes enlightened when the soul sits in the message center. What's the message center? Well, for those of you that are familiar with chakra terminology, you would call that the fourth chakra. It is referred to as the fourth soul house, heart center, or message center in the wisdom that Master Sha shares. And the reason it's referred to as the message center is because it's where we receive messages through our open spiritual channels. The message center, what most people might call heart chakra or fourth chakra, is exceedingly important in opening your spiritual channels, more than you could possibly imagine. So many people, they throw around the world heart chakra like they know it, like they know love, as if you really know what love is. If any of us know what love is. Nobody really knows what love is except maybe the highest beings of light, because the reason they're the highest beings of light is because they've opened their heart more and more and more. Their love is unconditional. When they see the person on the street, they only have the greatest love and compassion. This emanates through them to all souls regardless. They don't hurt an ant, they don't hurt a flea, they only have unlimited compassion for everything. That's a very hard place to be, given our environment today anyway. So when we talk about the heart chakra, people have a very large misconception. That's just one of the chakras, and they all have a very, very significant and individual role in the health and wellness of the human body and in the advancement of your spiritual journey. So welcome Ranju, welcome Jessica, welcome Rita. I think I've acknowledged everyone. If I haven't, forgive me. Welcome. So back to soul, and why are they called soul houses? So Master Sha asked heaven, when does the soul become enlightened? Where does it sit? Because the soul resides in the body. We are a soul first, not a physical vessel. Contrary to popular belief, most of us operate 99% of the time with our physical mind, our monkey mind. We make choices based on our financial conditions, etc., etc. And granted, we have to be realistic. We're in this physical world, we got to deal with it. But those that operate from soul first, that put their soul first, are far, far, far along. And the chakra system is relative to where the soul resides. There is soul houses. He asked Kevin, okay, if the soul is in the message center, the heart chakra. When it is enlightened, how much of humanity has reached soul enlightenment? This is a fair question. He asked Heaven this. This is about 10 years ago. Heaven told him about 15%, Master Shah, have reached soul enlightenment. The other 85% of 7 billion people, now almost 8 billion, they're still not awake. Their hearts are not open. They are very selfish in general. Heaven doesn't say this. This is me talking now. But that's why they have not reached enlightenment, because our hearts are not open. So each of the chakras in the wisdom that Master Shah has learned that I'm sharing with you is called a soul house, because the soul is moving through the houses of the chakra system as it works its way to the highest enlightenments. Isn't that interesting? Welcome, Natasha. He then asked Heaven, okay, so where does the soul sit when it has reached the highest enlightenment? Now there may be information beyond this. There are those out there that say that there's 13 chakras. I haven't been taught that. It very well may be true. No arguments. I'll share with you what I know. What I have learned and what I believe, what I know, is that there are 7 for the human vessel. And that Heaven shared with Master Shah that when a soul has reached the highest enlightenment, it's sitting above the head. That's where the soul resides, above the head. He then asked Heaven, well, how many souls in humanity on earth today have reached that status, that are in the physical presence? And he was told 3. This was about 10 years ago. He asked that question recently, and he received 11 have reached that status. So I can share with you why in a more advanced course. Maybe those that join the Open Spiritual Channels course that I spoke about, you can click on the links, learn more about that. I talk about that. I talk about how those additional 9 people showed up, those additional 8 people. Where did they come from, and how come they're advanced in this last 10 years? And so let's go back to what is the subject matter, the nature, power, and significance of the chakra system. So I will interlace the verbiage chakra, soul house, and you might even hear things like Dantian, lower Dantian, third eye. These are all interchangeable, and I'll tell you why. So the first soul house, this is the first chakra, in some of the cultures called the root chakra. What are some of the power and significant factors associated with this soul house? It is called the root chakra because in certain teachings it's rooted to Mother Earth. It's our foundational chakra, but it also has a direct association to the yin energy of Mother Earth. It is the portal through which the yin energy enters the human vessel. You must understand that the human body is an energy vessel. Do you think that when you die the body is still alive? The answer is no. Well, what then charged your body? What charged your battery cell? What is it? What's been charging your battery cell? A lot of people don't open their mind to understand this. Your chakras are an exceedingly integral part of your battery cells. Do you understand that? They are repositories of heaven's energy and Mother Earth's energy. They literally assist in your process of evolution. But how can they assist in your process of evolution? How can they receive heaven's yang energy, Mother Earth's yin energy, if they are blocked? How? Well, I just went to my cousin and they waved their crystals over me and I'm great. I love your cousin. I love crystals. I got nothing against them. But guys, I can go, to give you an example, I can go to one of those aura machines where you put your hands on it, or the Carillion photography, and I can just focus for 30 seconds and the colors will change instantly. From maybe the greens and the reds and the oranges, if I had some turmoil in my mind, and I can focus on something very, very lofty and light filled, and within 30 seconds that aura will change to the brightest white light. That's the same thing when you're dealing with things like, well, my friend waved crystals over me, I'm good to go. No, because we are an ever-changing vessel. You must recognize that doing that once is not gonna clear you and you're good to go the rest of your life. We are a soul. The soul lives forever. Until you're fully enlightened, you're gonna have to wave a lot of crystals over you. So when you join a course to open your spiritual channels, when you receive downloads, transmission, treasures, when you do true spiritual practice each and every day, not once in a while, that's when you're truly clearing the blockages in the chakras. One of the things that's truly important to understand about this vessel, this human body we reside in, if you will, it is made up of energy and matter. In Master Sha's terminology, that is called Jing and Shen, Jing and Qi. Qi, everyone knows Qi, right? Qi Gong, Tai Chi, Qi, energy. Energy. We are made up of energy. We are made up of matter. What precedes the energy and matter? Heaven precedes the energy and matter. Heaven created our soul. Creator, whatever you want to call it, created our soul. That soul then leads the heart. The heart then leads the mind leads the energy leads the matter. It is in that order. The chakra system, the soul house system, is where the soul moves through. Your soul cannot move up on its journey unless or until you go through an awakening process. What does that mean? That means releasing negativity, negative mindsets, attitudes, beliefs, negative selfishness, ego. All of these things have to be released. Most of us know this on a general basis. You wouldn't be watching today if you didn't have some comprehension of that. The dilemma is not our basic understanding. The dilemma is we don't have a solid teaching and a solid set of practices that put us on a trajectory where we can actually accomplish that. Most of us do not have that available to us. The ones that have had that available to them had to pick themselves up out of their town, fly to India and sit down with the guru for 10 years. That was about the only way to accomplish that. Thank God Master Sha came along, because he has delivered to us not only the books but the workshops, the teachers and the teachings that will hold your hand and walk you through those steps, because we are an energetic vessel first, and in this energetic vessels, the chakra system, the soul house system, is key to your enlightenment process. We are filled with blockages. I am, you are, we are. If we're not, then we'd be up in heaven hanging out with God. We'd be up there shaking hands with Jesus. Okay? We are filled with blockages in our energetic vessel. What are those blockages? Shen, Qi, Jing. What is Shen? Shen is soul, heart, and mind blockages. What are soul blockages? Karma. My karma, your karma, our ancestors' karma. You ever have a bad thought? You ever do unpleasant things? You ever think unpleasant things? You ever speak unpleasant words? Well, yeah, but not too many. Well, you're a soul, guys. You've been around more than once. So our soul level blockages reside in our physical vessel. They reside in our chakras. They reside in our energy centers. They reside in our organs. Why do you think people have cancer? Why do you think they have lung breathing conditions? Why do you think we have emotional issues, relationship issues? These are parts of our Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. How do we reach enlightenment? We have to clear these blockages, become higher and higher beings of light by releasing these forms of negative energies. You must attend high-level courses to accomplish this. Do high-level practices. Train with high-level teachers. Thank God again for Master Sha. I'm not one of the high-level teachers. I'm just a teacher that happened to have done this for 10 years and have to be pretty good at teaching it. But I got a long way to go. And so do you. So when we learn about these things that we had no idea of, we can start to heal. People that have taken the 12-week Open Spiritual Channels course have improved their health, have improved their relationships, have improved their sleep, have improved just about every aspect of their life. But they didn't come to do that. They came to learn how to communicate with heaven, learn how to open their third eye. That's what they came for. Why did these other things occur? Because the physical body is the repository of all the energy and matter and all of our Shen, Qi, Jing blockages. Soul level blockages. What are heart blockages? Lack of spiritual wisdom and intelligence, that's a heart blockage. That doesn't allow us to open our heart to others, to be compassionate. Selfishness, I still have significant amounts of selfishness. That's really irritating. Which is not a good thing either. I got to break free of that. All kinds of blockages. But I'm recognizing them, doing my best to work through them. So selfishness, heart blockage, that inhibits me and anybody else that has it from moving forward in their soul journey, opening the heart center. If my heart center is not open because I have selfishness, how can I hear a clear message from heaven? How can I deliver a clear message? Not possible. These are examples of heart level blockages. Mind level blockages, oh my God, where do you begin on those, right? The wisdom from the great masters is literally, not kidding, literally easier to push a mountain than it is to remove the mountain of mind level blockages, negativity, attitudes, beliefs, da, 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 da. This is where you have to have you know, some of the extraordinary powers and abilities that the master teachers have to clear the Shen Qi Jing blockages. Master teachers, Master Sha, he has about 170 master teachers, have been given authorities to clear mind level blockages. I tell you, you should get in line to receive those. I have, and they are priceless. So you have soul, heart, mind blockages. Then we have energy and matter blockages. So what does that have to do with the chakras? Well, you must understand that according to microscopes, science, we are 1% physical matter. Feels real, but 99% of you and me, 99% of everything around you is space. The 1% of matter is vibrating material that to our eyes are perceived as solid. Can you perceive a cell phone signal? No. Is it working? Yes, of course, my cell phone rings. It goes through walls. We are 1% matter, 99% space. What resides in the space of the human vessel? Your soul. What then resides in your soul? All the lifetimes of all of the negative thoughts, words, and actions, and all of the positive thoughts, words, and actions. These are called the records of your services. Some call it the Akashic records. The records of your services resides at the level of your soul. Your soul lives forever. You do not, guys. So your soul is holding on to all of this light from all the good things and all of the crud from all the bad things, and it's intermixed within your soul. Your soul then sits in your body, and your soul fills the space. All of the positive and all of the negative energies are creating all the wonderful things in your life, all your great health, all your financial blessings, all of the great things happen in your life. Congratulations, you earned it. That's the blessings that your soul has carried from all the lifetimes. All of the health issues, all of the financial blockages, relationship issues, congratulations, you've also earned those. The one on the spiritual awakening journey recognizes that none of these things happening with the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies that are not enjoyable are accidental. They're all for a reason. Because if we are to become enlightened, if we are to open and clear the blockages in the soul house system, in the chakra system, we must recognize the blockages are in the spaces. The energy is above the matter. Soul is above the heart. Heart is above the mind. Mind is directing the energy. The energy is moving the matter. What happens when this acupuncture needle gets poked in you? Well, it hurts at first, but after that it moves the chi, the life force energy, and then the chi, which is heaven and Mother Earth energy, goes through you easier. The blood flows and the pain goes away. Yay, I feel better, all because of that needle. Well, yeah, sort of. It's because the spaces were not blocked. The chi was able to move through the space that was blocked before. So expand your thinking now. All blockages in your life, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, are blockages. Kind of like going to the acupuncturist. You go there for pain, you go there for a kidney issue, you go there for whatever. They took a few needles in you, you feel better because the chi is flowing now. But what about the chi of your life? all your lifetimes? What about the enlightenment aspect? What about the I want to feel better in every area of my life aspects? Well, that's still chi getting blocked. That's heaven and Mother Earth energies getting blocked because of our blockages of all time. How then do we clear them? You clear the spaces in your body. The chakras, the soul houses, are some of the largest spaces in your body. They are the battery cells. They are the repository of significant amounts of heaven and Mother Earth life force energy. When a person dies, the soul leaves. Do the chakras stay in the body or do they go with the soul? Of course, the chakras go with the soul. So you need to open these up, clear the blockages. How do you do that? You do that by doing the practices. You do that by having this wisdom to go, oh, I get it now. How important is this? I never knew this. This is part of why I love Master Sha. He brings such great wisdom to us. It allows us to open not only our hearts, but open our minds. Because we're so dragged down in the world today. The news, anything positive in the news, I can't find any positivity in the news. We turn it on, we watch something negative. How does that vibrate my energy and matter? Does that help me to become enlightened? Or does it not help me to become enlightened? Does it open my heart center to be more loving and kind? Or does it close my heart center? Right? We have to be conscientious of those things that bring blockages to our body. The first soul house, the root chakra. Did you know that it has associations to relationships? Did you know it has associations to finances? Most people do not. Did you know it has associations to sexuality? Well, that's kind of common sense. It's down in that part of the body. Well, yeah. But also it has associations to the organs down there, such as the urinary bladder. There are many of the female gender that have problems in the lower part of the body having to do with urinary tract infections or any other problems in that area. Men too, prostate. Okay, why? Because the first soul house is leaking. There are blockages down there. The chi, the life force energy, cannot gather and build in that area like it needs to. Think about it. Heaven can heal anything, right? God can heal anything, not a problem. Heaven can infuse light anywhere it wants to. If we're able to stop the blockages, using the first soul house as an example, using the wisdom and practices Master Sha has brought to us, and we can boost our first soul house, then we can move mountains. We can fulfill that area, and where there is tremendous light, darkness cannot come. Where there is tremendous light, UTIs cannot maintain their power. Where there is tremendous light, we can release financial and relationship blockages that are being held in that area. Who would have thunk that those are in that area? I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I was trained by a well-advanced teacher, Master Sha. This is the things that I cover in my course at far greater depth. So I encourage those with any interest of attending the 12-week Open Spiritual Channels course. Click on the links. Kristen has posted them. I posted it at the very top when I started this live stream. Join the course. It starts the 20th. The second soul house, also known as the lower Dantian. See what time it is. Everybody's watched Tai Chi, right? The Tai Chi guys in the park or in the movies, you know, they've got these really cool movements. What are they doing? What about Qigong? What about Feng Shui? What about Kung Fu? What about all of the martial arts? What do they tell the students to focus? They pound the lower abdomen. They focus on the lower abdomen. Why? Because ancient wisdom is fulfill the lower abdomen, the repository of your life force energy. Those that have a fulfilled lower abdomen have far greater immunity. You can go through cold season with a non-issue. You're just good to go, not a problem. Why? What does that have to do with my sinuses and my lungs are always the problem with the cold? You're telling me to build energy in my second energy center, my second soul house or lower Dantian, and it'll make sure a cold doesn't happen? How does that make sense to the logical monkey mind? It doesn't. It's wisdom of the chakras. What about the third soul house, the third chakra? Many people do not realize there's a great deal of association with blocked emotions in this area. It has associations with anger. It has associations with fear. It has associations with a worry. Why? Because the third soul house behind the belly button in the middle of the body is a huge space, and that space is where all the major organs are, including the liver, the kidneys, the spleen. The intestines are in there too. And when we have, for example, lots of constipation, that means the second and third soul house are weak in their energies. The third soul house, when it's empowered, helps clear emotional blockages as well. Very, very important. You can strengthen the elements, the wood element, the water element. You can strengthen the kidneys, the liver. You can release aspects of emotions associated with energy, anger and fear, worry. So this is what happens when you empower this area. What about the heart chakra? We've been talking about that. You can go for days on that one. But this one you must daily do practice for. When our heart is open, much easier to receive messages from heaven. When our heart is open, much easier for our soul to be happy, because our soul is always talking to us. My soul is always talking to me. Your soul is always talking to you. Are you hearing it? Are you listening? When you ask questions, are you getting clear answers? If not, you need to work with your chakra system more. What about the fifth soul house? What's the purpose and value of it? The fifth soul house resides in the throat. It's fist-sized energy center. Many people do not understand that it can create a significant blockage between the mind and the heart. The heart leads the mind. Remember the order: soul, heart, mind. Heart leads the mind. If the heart is closed, or if the fifth soul house has blockages, then it can inhibit information from going to the heart, to the mind. The monkey mind then controls, and we have problem. Your soul's yelling at your heart, don't do that, and your heart's yelling at your mind, don't do that, and your monkey mind's going la 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 la. It can't hear because there might be a blockage here, fifth soul house. Why would a blockage occur in the fifth soul house? Well, one of the obvious is that it's where our vocals are associated. What does that have to do with anything? Well, remember, blockages, Shen Qi Jing blockages, are karma blockages, and if you believe in more than one lifetime, it's highly likely that you have lived before, and it's highly likely you may have been in different positions than you are in now, such as a leadership role. Okay, you might have been a boss, you could have been a king, you could have been a leader of a company, you could have been a leader of a village. Okay, and so when you're in a leadership role, what you say carries a lot of weight. If you were a king, off with their head. Okay, that's going to create some karma. Probably not a good thing. What if you were a general or a high leader in a military organization and you were issuing orders for war? Okay, that's also not going to be a good thing. Going to create some karma in here. What about those that should have said something but they didn't? Or those that say something when they shouldn't? So that creates blockages in here. People don't know this. They don't comprehend that their thoughts, words, and actions, they know their thoughts, words, and actions create karma. You'd have to be sleeping under a rock if you don't know that. But they don't realize, where does the blockages go? Where do the Shen Qi Jing blockages reside? They reside in the soul. And they gravitate towards certain energy centers and certain organs and systems. They reside in the spaces in the 99% of your body. The key to health and wellness, the key to releasing the blockages on all levels, financial, relationship, clear the spaces. How do you facilitate that? Join the Open Spiritual Channels course. Read the books, do the practices, go to one of Master Sha's Tao healing centers. You don't have to train with me, train with any of the masters. We all have the same wisdom. The way we deliver it could be a little bit different. If you like the way I deliver it, join my course. But this is very topical. I'm just barely touching the snippet beginnings of this. Sixth soul house. What is the sixth soul house? Well, some people refer to it as third eye, sixth chakra. They're actually not the same. Third eye and sixth soul house are not the same. They're superimposed upon each other, but they serve different purposes. The sixth soul house actually impacts your brain and impacts your intelligence. It impacts connectivity of wisdom and creativity. There's quite a few associations with the sixth soul house that have nothing to do with third eye. Third eye is right there in the center of your brain in the pineal gland, and it has associations with direct communication. When your sixth soul house is strong, your third eye is strong. When your third eye is strong but your sixth soul house is weak, it doesn't help. And so in the Open Spiritual Channels course, I teach very ancient spiritual practices how to open the third eye. I can give blessings to further enhance the opening of the third eye. These are things that people are not aware of, that you can actually receive blessings from masters to open your spiritual channels. So sixth soul is very relevant. Also, it has direct associations with the Kundalini. Not going to talk about that today, but you would learn that in the course. Seventh soul house, crown chakra. I was under the impression before I learned from a true master that the crown chakra was actually just inside the head. Wrong. Maybe you knew better than I do, but at that time I didn't know that. It actually sits above the head. And there are many associations, some it's image of the 1,000-petal lotus, etc., etc. It has direct associations with enlightenment, but it also has direct associations with receiving the highest wisdom, receiving the deepest sacred secrets. Heaven holds many, many secrets. Only those of purest heart can receive those secrets. Why is it that a soul can go through the soul houses, and when it has reached full enlightenment, the soul sits up here? What does full enlightenment mean? Mind is enlightened, heart is enlightened, soul is enlightened. Well, soul enlightenment's the easiest part, reaching here in the message center. That might take 500 lifetimes or so of perfect service. Not just, most of us have already lived 500 lifetimes. We're talking 500 lifetimes of perfect service, where you do good things for others and you don't think about yourself, and you're just a really good person. Most of us, that's going to take about 2,000 or so to get 500 good ones. Okay, then the soul can reach here. But from here to here, wow, that might take a while. You got to remove all the negativity of the mind. You got to remove all the negativities of the heart, open to the highest wisdoms. So it could take a while. So when the crown chakra is fully open, the 1,000-petal lotus is fully open. So this is just snippets of wisdom associated with the 7 soul houses. In this book, Tao Song Tao Dance, which I referred to earlier, this is Master Sha, which is who brought this wisdom to humanity. He teaches a mantra for each of the 7 soul houses. He then teaches a mantra to connect them all. Some of you may have stumbled across images on the internet or trained a little bit where you see an image of a circle going around the body through the 7 chakras, what you might know as chakras, and then over the top of the head and then back down. You've probably seen those pictures on the internet, right? Oh, that's kind of neat. Some people know it. Some people even practice Tantra, which is utilizing the, part of that pathway. Okay, great, congratulations. And so this is very, very minimal aspects of this wisdom, very nominal. It goes so much deeper than that. Those that join my Open Spiritual Channels course will actually understand that there's a pathway in the back of the body that needs to be open called the Waijiao. There's a certain trajectory and openings where the life force energy comes through. There's the energy channel, the matter channel, that have direct associations to rejuvenating your life or energizing your life. There's so much more we go into. But one of the mantras is quite beautiful, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve you with that mantra as we do a wrap-up here today. Okay? So everybody sit up straight, and I will give you one of the mantras. I will sing for you on your behalf to bless you. If possible, bring your back away from the back of the chair, so that there's space, because we want the chi to flow through your body in a circle. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the music. I'll turn on my treasures to bless you, but I'm going to play the music that Master Sha created for boosting and opening your 7 soul houses, or what you might call your 7 chakras. I have to locate it first. Give me a moment. Okay, got it. Okay, so everyone, relax your palms on your lower abdomen. Visualize as you receive this music that the chi is flowing from the bottom of your first soul house, base chakra, through the center of your body, up to the top, above your head, and back down in front of your spine. That's your visualization, okay? Also, let us connect first. We're going to use the soul power. Placing your hand in prayer position or dropping your left hand in front of your heart center, let us connect at the level of soul. Repeat after me. Dear the soul of my 7 soul houses, my 7 chakras, I love you, honor you, appreciate you. You have the power to clear your blockages, to open yourself and receive the life force energy. Do a great job. Dear the soul of this mantra that Master Sha will sing on my behalf for the 7 soul houses, I love you. Could you please bless my 7 soul houses, my Waijiao, clear the blockages in my energy channel. I am very grateful. Thank you. And then I will ask, let me check. Oh, okay, so I turned on one of my treasures to bless you as well. So enjoy, it's beautiful music. Close your eyes, visualize. The chanting is for each of the 7 soul houses. Each syllable is a chakra.
Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo. Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo. Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo.
Sing along with the music.
Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hằng hong a shi wong yo, Hey hân hông ma si wong yo. 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 Hey hân hông ma si wong yo.
How, thank you, thank you, thank you. Isn't that beautiful? So that's an example of a mantra for boosting and clearing blockages in the 7 soul houses, running the loop of the 7 soul houses back down from the spine. I go into far greater explanation and teachings, and some of the students are Master Sha students that might be watching this, and they say, oh, I've already taken the Open Spiritual Channels course. No, not really. You've taken a condensed course in 3 days. Did you practice afterwards? Probably not. I take the Open Spiritual Channels course, expand it, and cover a lot more than the 5 major energy centers. So the 12-week course goes into great detail, puts you in a practice mode, and puts you on a trajectory with far greater results. So I hope that you join the course, and I hope you've received a lot of value from this wisdom teachings today. Please share this with everyone that you think might be of value. If you're an existing student and you're already familiar with the course, but you know of somebody who might have value with it, please share it with them. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My next live stream will be on Sunday, 6 p.m. Hawaii time, which is 8 p.m. Pacific time. That would be 11 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be early in the morning, about 4 a.m. in the UK, 5 a.m. in Central time. In India, however, you can join me 9:30 a.m. in the morning, and then those in Australia, it'll only be 3 in the afternoon. You can check in the time zone at 6 p.m. Hawaii. You can check your time zone. Each and every Sunday we chant love, peace, and harmony to serve those with the condition of cancer. And so I'm very grateful for your presence, and so are those with that condition. I'd like to gather 1,000 people chanting live to serve those with the condition of cancer, and you can assist. So love you, thank you, we will see you then. Bye bye everybody.